because you snagged an ID at a federal checkpoint. Yeah. So we're just going to confirm who you are.
You're in custody, sir, and to be honest, you're going to go to jail for misappropriation of ID and interfering with screening procedures. You can't present false IDs.
My name is Demarta.
Alright, that's your real name?
Yeah.
Alright.
This is interesting.
At a TSA federal security checkpoint at Milwaukee Airport, Wisconsin, a routine identity flag during screening would expose a $243,000 check fraud scheme built on 155 stolen and forged checks across multiple financial institutions. Officer Debbie Kelly contacted Nicholas Payne after his ID triggered an alert at the checkpoint. Payne claimed he had given his ID to his brother, a critical admission that raised immediate legal concerns. Under 49 U.S.C. Section 46503, presenting another person's identification at a federal security checkpoint is a federal offense. Every traveler must carry valid ID matching their boarding pass through screening.
Deputy Kelly, I was just coming to talk to you about that incident with your ID. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Okay. I had gave it to my brother. He's right here.
Here, you can say something for him.
Okay.
Yeah. Your brother's here. You can sit down. Do you have you gave your brother your ID?
Yeah.
Alright. Where's your brother at?
He
Alright, you don't have to go for any of this.
Okay,
What is your last name? You can sit down.
Okay.
Alright, I've said multiple times. Just stay seated.
Yes, hello.
Alright, what's your last name, man?
My last name is Payne.
What?
Payne.
P-A-Y-N-E?
Yeah.
Alright, first name?
Nicholas.
N-I-C-H-O-L-S
H-O-L-S.
or just S?
Yeah. S.
O-L-S?
Yeah.
Alright. Middle initial? Date of birth?
1994.
1994. And
Yep.
your ID is going to come out of Wisconsin?
No, it's coming out of Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yep.
So you don't have your ID on you anymore?
No.
No ID?
No.
So we're going to bring you back there, just get all your
Okay.
information, make sure it's correct. We'll carry this stuff for you.
No, that ain't mine right there. This is one here.
Alright, you face that way. Just to put these on, just
What is I'm getting the time?
just to see, make sure your ID and everything lines up. So face that way for me.
I'm about to see my mom. Can I see my girl?
We'll let you use your phone after all this. Yeah. Do this first.
I called my mama number for the I don't know what these people.
What do you guys gonna grab this?
That's not your bag?
This is your brother?
No, that's my cousin.
This is mine.
You give him your ID?
No, I gave my brother my ID.
No.
I'm saying, like, what is I'm being?
We're just because you snagged an ID at a federal checkpoint. Yeah. So we're just gonna confirm who you are.
I don't see how I'm getting it.
So what happened? What was the issue with the ID?
I'm trying to. I told him I was late for my flight, so I gotta fight this here. I can't even. I'm getting tired. I can't even be on my phone.
You will eventually. We'll go this way. The elevator's open.
I don't understand.
Go before 10.
That's not my bag right there.
Why were you carrying it then? You were at TSA.
He said out of Tennessee.
That's my brother bag. I told you that. He said it right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you had it when you were at TSA.
No, I ain't have that bag.
You never had that bag? Because that looks a lot to me like you having that bag.
Then I told you I hold it for my brother. I mean, ain't put the front of everybody and shit like I'm doing something.
It's gonna be going right, Dylan.
I got some drugs or something on me, man. This shit not right now. sense. I mean, I can't. Can I pull up my? Can I pull up my pants or something?
Yeah. It's right over now. It's all right there. That is your name?
Yes.
Yeah, out of Tennessee, because otherwise we're gonna have to bring you downtown to get you identified.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'm saying, you know what I mean? It's easier if you just tell me.
I just gave you my name.
Alright, cool.
And
Here, I'll pull them up.
413, 414 with the 29 out of the road.
Where were you trying to fly to? Houston? Yeah. Oh, this is right down here, and then you won't be in front anymore. So why do you give your ID to your brother?
He said when I
Like, why do you give the ID to your brother?
He said what I get because he asked for it.
He asked you for your ID?
Yeah.
For what?
Yup.
Like, for what reason?
He said he about to go to TSA and see why they want to let me check in. He hold my bag real quick. But
Gotcha.
Goes back. Brown eyes, black hair, 5'5", 140. No hit, no run.
Payne's account shifted throughout questioning. He described his companion as his brother, then his cousin. Under Terry v. Ohio, 1968, each new inconsistency gave officers additional justification to continue the stop. Officers invoked 49 C.F.R. Part 1540, the TSA Civil Aviation Security Regulation, to bring Payne to a secondary area for identity verification. Time pressure from a pending flight does not reduce federal checkpoint authority. When Payne asked about probable cause for a search, officers announced he was in custody for misappropriation of ID and interference with screening procedures, transforming the stop into a formal arrest. A search incident to a lawful arrest requires no separate warrant, as established by the Supreme Court in Chimel v. California, 1969. Once in custody, the constitutional authority to search is automatic. Payne provided the false name Morty Woods to law enforcement. Under Hiibel v. Nevada, 2004, giving a false identity during a lawful detention constitutes obstruction, a separate offense from the original charges. During the search, officers repeatedly noted a discovery described as very interesting. In fraud investigations, items found during a search incident to arrest can include forged documents or instruments of the crime. 18. U.S.C. Section 1028 criminalizes identity document fraud, knowingly using another person's ID with intent to deceive. This is a federal statute with serious sentencing consequences, separate from any state charges.
So we're gonna have you sit right here, man.
can I take out the cuffs?
Do you want me to pull those up?
No.
I can't. I'm not gonna run nowhere.
Well, unfortunately, take the record, but
I'm right here. Here, I'm gonna put your phone up here.
U.S. our subject what he has the relationship he has with the other children.
So what was that guy was who? To you, the one that we saw in there?
You say who?
The guy that we saw in there when we were walking out, what is he to you?
That's my cousin. I told you that.
so you went. Is that ID that he presented his?
He said he gave it to his brother, and his brother left with it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna search you real quick, man.
I don't. What is my probable cause of getting searched?
You're in custody, sir, and to be honest, you're going to go to jail for misappropriation of ID and interfering with screening procedures. You can't present false IDs.
So I'm gonna have you stand up, face this way. Like I said, dude, it's easier if you just tell us your name. then, you know what I mean? I'm gonna blade here. Please, that one more.
My name is Demarta Woods.
Alright, that's your real name?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know what is my probable cause to get searched.
You're in custody, sir, and to be honest, you're gonna go to jail for misappropriation of interference with training procedures. You can't present false IDs.
That makes sense.
Like I said, usually you just tell us here.
This is interesting.
My name is Demarta Woods.
Alright, that's your real name?
Yeah.
This is very interesting.
So what was the ID? You don't look like it. Am I gonna find the ID? What it's on you? Where? In your car.
This is very interesting.
Just leave that for now. Then go up.
Hey, can one of you guys take down his actual name?
Callie,
Yeah.
stand by. Search him in the avenue.
And you can have a seat.
Is this your ID, sir? Is that who you are? Yes, sir. Do you have a real ID in here or not?
No, I don't.
Do you want it for anything anywhere else?
No.
Hey, what's your cousin's name?
We're gonna not do that right now.
No? Alright, so there's. But you're saying, hold on.
They're gonna have to wait if it's not emergent. I'll call her back. I tried and it didn't have nobody answer.
From the other room, and she'll call back when she's available. We're currently in the middle of another call. Alright, bye.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
In total, the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office said there were 155 stolen and forged checks written for more than $243,000. Demarta had reportedly successfully cashed 13 checks for nearly $92,000. He was found guilty for 5 counts of misappropriate ID to obtain money, fraud against a financial institution over $100,000, money laundering knowingly receiving over $100,000, and movable property theft over $100,000. Demarta was sentenced to 15 years in prison, 22 years of extended supervision, and 38 years of probation. His probation requirements include completing 200 hours of community service, complete a cognitive thinking course, obtain an associate's degree or an apprenticeship, must work a minimum of 25 hours a week, and multiple other conditions. The other individual, Demarta's cousin, was later released after questioning.
I don't know what she's doing. And I don't know why she can't handle her supervisory duties while we do this. That's why we have deputies. I'm just saying. Yep, exactly. Yep. That's a good plan.
Hold off on the summaries right now.
Payne's cousin, the actual primary suspect, Demarta, was separately identified and detained. His cousin cooperated fully and was later released, consistent with the outcome reported by the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office. Demarta was found guilty on 5 counts: misappropriation of ID to obtain money, fraud against a financial institution, money laundering, knowingly receiving stolen property, and movable property theft, all exceeding $100,000. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office documented 155 stolen and forged checks totaling more than $243,000. Demarta successfully cashed 13 of those checks for approximately $92,000 before the scheme was disrupted at the airport. Demarta was sentenced to 15 years in prison, 22 years of extended supervision, and 38 years of probation, including 200 hours of community service, a cognitive course, an associate's degree, and 25 work hours per week minimum. Law enforcement receives a B+. Officers maintained lawful authority, correctly applied federal jurisdiction under U.S. v. Davis, 1973, and handled the transition from detention to arrest with proper articulation. Nicholas Payne receives a D. Presenting another person's ID at a federal checkpoint is a federal crime, regardless of intent. Inconsistent statements to officers created additional legal exposure rather than reducing it. Demarta receives an F. He orchestrated the fraud scheme, used his cousin as an instrument of airport evasion, and provided a false name to law enforcement. Violations spanning federal statutes, state law, and obstruction. Lesson learned. A single ID flag at a routine TSA checkpoint unraveled a $243,000 fraud operation. Federal checkpoints carry federal authority. Deception under that authority compounds every charge and every consequence.